Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and hello. I am a little bit nonplussed right now, and that's all that this one really is going to be, because I now know what you know, at least a little bit more. And I said a few episodes ago that I was really curious what you guys were going to know. And I figured it out. Ha! I figured it out for myself. So that's kind of interesting, but really interesting. So we're gonna talk about it a little bit because I barely told everyone about my breakup on the main channel, and I just didn't know what that would feel like, and now I do. But it caused an interesting, it caused a really interesting effect. Whew. Because I didn't realize that this video series was helping me stay together as much as it has been helping me stay together until I made and then edited a video where I talked in part about this video series and how it's helping me stay together. And so now that I'm back in on filming this video series, after I've been honest about what this video series is doing, then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm keeping myself together right now. And so now, like, I'm watching myself make the video when before I was just like, I'm gonna stay busy, I'm gonna make the video. But now, I accidentally, I didn't exactly break it, but I'm doing it, but I'm also watching myself do it. And it's a little strange. That's all we're going to say about that at the moment, though, because I'm just going to give you an update on all the other things first for a little bit. That sounds nice to do. So yeah, just update for a few minutes, and then I'll probably find something else to talk about, but update. Resonate things still going pretty smoothly. Gonna give it another day or two before I try making another video. I liked having a discussion video. My tutorial felt better. And there is still the part of me that wants to feel big and important. And I think other tutorial videos are where more of the big and important feelings are. And I don't think it's a good thing to want to make up for something like heartbreak by trying to be extra valuable in other parts of life. Value should come from the inside. But so long as I'm making videos about Resonate, they might as well be big and impressive and useful for a lot of people. So I kind of think I want to do another tutorial of some sort for players. We'll see. I don't know. But more Resonate things are going to be on the way, and that's a lot of fun. But the thing I'm way more excited about, video-wise, really is my main channel stuff, which I did not expect to be coming back even a little bit, not even in small ways. I thought that was, dead in the water. Uh, I thought for sure. I thought it was going to be Resonate time. Not time for both, even, which is nuts to me. But now that I am on the main channel again, and not just a few videos, but like actually the whole black hair thing, like what? That came out of nowhere. But I was so happy with it. But it puts me in a weird position like right now. Because I realized that it's important to be myself, to express all of myself. And that's a little bit more than just kitty cat on camera, but also the more broad elements of just what a human life is, which we're not going to get too deep into that now. This needs to just not be that, like, keep this a little bit more surface level, I suppose. But it's a different style of video that I accidentally uncovered, and I didn't realize how important that style of video actually really was for my mental health. Not just staying busy, but staying busy and working through something. There's a certain style of video that works through the things I'm dealing with, not just working itself. And that's just kind of like another thing on my plate, I suppose. Oops. But then again, I'm not really up to too much else in my life these days. And I got the day off today, and it's karaoke today, so I hope I can be in good spirits for that. Especially, I normally don't do repeats, but I did Snake Eater, and I don't know, I've never played that game, but, or maybe it's from the movie. Is there a Metal Gear Solid movie? I have no idea, but Snake Eater I did in karaoke. I got high accolades. But my friend Chitwa was not in attendance, and I know he would like that one. And so I'm probably going to do it again, even though I don't like doing repeats. But Snake Eater was a lot of fun, so I'm going to do Snake Eater for sure. And I just got to make sure I'm in the right internal position to be able to do karaoke, which just means getting like my other video things out, which means getting this out, and just kind of like brushing past the whole like, you guys know what I know, that you know, that we all know. about my breakup. I was able to talk about that, and I couldn't talk about that like 3 weeks ago when I started filming all of this stuff. I couldn't talk about any of that. It was way too blocked off to me. So that's really fun to see. Something that is fun to see though is I just stepped off camera to look at how much time I've been filming for, and it's only 6 minutes film session so far, which means I've got about four to nine maybe. But I want to keep these short, so I've got a few more minutes to talk for this one. And that's good. That's a good thing. That's good. I just don't know what else to talk about, so give me a second. I guess I don't have to artificially extend the length of it. I don't have anything else to say. The caffeine thing, just on and off. It's something I got hung up on. I do have thoughts about the micro experiments. I don't know if I ever actually talked about that specifically or not. It was going to be a main channel thing, and then I think it wasn't. It's neither here nor there, really. That was just something small, so I could focus on worrying about a small problem instead of a big problem. The big problem being, of course, the breakup, and I live in a state where I don't know anybody. You know, oops, that's the big problem. And then while I was unable to confront that big problem by name, giving myself a small problem. And it's not my breakup, it's the caffeine. The caffeine, that's the problem. And that little mechanism actually did help me through the days a little bit. And when I was struggling because I had a caffeine headache, that was struggling due to caffeine headache, not struggling because I'm going through a breakup and I don't know anybody in this state, and I moved 2,000 miles, and what am I doing with my life? That's a little too real for this vlog. That's a little too real right now, but you'll have to forgive me. I just barely published the video where I told everyone about it. So it feels really real. And now, I lost it. I got too real, which is strange to say, and that's not exactly what I mean. But there's a place for that level of gravity, and I didn't really expect for it to be here. But sometimes plain language is good to use, and I used some of it, but now will be a little less plain, I think, from now on. That accidentally was a little heavy for my own tastes. But point being, the sub-experiment of caffeine helped me a lot, and now I'm way less worried about it because I have bigger things to deal with. And I'm going to go deal with those now, actually, because after I film this, which is basically done. I'm gonna put on my other color of hair, and just see what else it is that I have to say on that front, because I do have a lot of things to work through, and the more I can work with and through it, I think the better off I'll be. But there's oddly enough a neat opportunity here, I think, and I'm just curious what happens. I'm curious what happens when I do what I'm about to do, and we're still in that situation where you guys know what I don't know. So I hope it goes well, and you guys let me know how it went. I'm so excited. But I'll talk with you guys later. We're going to go slowly out of frame, is what my thinking was, at least. Bye.